I'm glad you're on our side.
Walter! Hell, I'm glad to see your ugly mug.
Captain Jameson.
Nice work out there, kid. When we get to Union City, come talk to me.
Walt,
I'll have
you
a
wouldn't
reward
believe
for
me
you.
if I swore on my mama's grave. Get that gate open. Hey, nice work out there, kid. We'll get to Union City, come talk to me. I'll have a reward for
Hey,
you.
what about this weird-looking kid?
There with me. Come on.
Sand Creek dwellings and recycled shanties. A classic NCR outpost. The last fart before the shit of civilization.
Shipwreck on the shoals of the NCR's pathetic inadequacy. We exist to destroy. This is Pirate Radio Los Angeles. Death 98.1.
Next up on NCR PR, we have a new track covered from the ruins of downtown San Monica.
I don't trust this silver. Beware of treachery, my friend.
Captain Jameson, what the hell are you doing in my office?
Can't you see we're having a meeting?
Sirs, I apologize for the intrusion. This is Kerry Vargas of the Desert Rangers.
Well met, Ranger. What's this about, Captain?
Sirs, I regret to inform you that our convoy was ambushed by raiders at the I-15 Beltway.
What? What happened, Captain? Details.
Able Company was ambushed minutes before we were. We got the radio transmission and double-timed it to their position. My unit, Baker Company, followed them in. We were pinned down until Ranger Vargas and his Vault Dweller intervened. We eliminated a survivalist commander and immediately ran to Union City. I'm sorry, sir, but Able Company was lost.
You mean to tell me that a band of raiders successfully ambushed 80 men?
Sir, the raiders were in force and were assisted by aircraft. They had vertibirds bearing Enclave marks.
Captain, do you understand the gravity of your claim? Are you certain?
Yes, sir. Ranger Vargas can confirm.
Yes, sir, I can. The survivalists appear to possess Enclave technology. They overwhelmed my unit with plasma weapons 10 minutes earlier.
General, if what they're saying is true, we can face an imminent Enclave threat.
Gentlemen, the contents of this conversation are classified. Everyone leave this room except the kid.
General, I have to object.
Get out! All of you, now!
Sir.
I will have to inform the Joint Chiefs of this.
Vault Dweller, come here and take a seat. I'd like a word with you. Staff Sergeant, close the door. Well then, very pleased to meet you, Vault Dweller. My name is General Silverman, head of NCR forces in this territory. If my subordinate is correct, you may have unwittingly fallen into possession of top-secret NCR intelligence. Am I correct in having understood that your vault was captured by Enclave forces? Sorry to hear that. I assume the explosion reported in the mountains was Vault 18. I'm sorry for your loss. I'd be lying to you if I said it didn't shock me. The Enclave has been gone for years, crushed by a decades-long war. Vault 18's been off the radar, too. Can you tell me exactly what these Enclave are looking for in the vault? Where did they get your location? Never heard of him. Like I said, they've been gone 20 years. They must have a base out east, low on manpower. I'm going to venture a guess that by us, you mean healthy adult humans. That sounds like their M.O. I don't know if you're aware, but they've pulled this old stunt before. You're just the latest. So, how'd they get in? Wasteland scouts. No doubt old Doc Kevin Rossman. I always expected his vault to be up there somewhere. You do know that Rossman is wanted for treason in the NCR, and by helping him, you're also implicated. I'll take that as an admission of ignorance. Look, son, I don't know how close you were to Rossman, but he was a good man. If it were up to me, I'd have the president pardon him right now. But as record shows, he betrayed key NCR business interests and is wanted for murder. He thwarted a prospector's effort to locate and extract technology from vaults in this area, specifically Vault 18. Got a lot of NCR citizens killed or captured by raiders in the process. Not that those bastards didn't deserve it. Right. Now the questions I want answered. What happened to those Enclave agents? You must be a highly competent soldier to pull off a counterattack like that. You walked across Raider Alliance country, killed a psychotic commander, and before that, you defeated veteran Enclave officers in battle. I'm starting to get a picture of you as quite an asset. What do you say we have a talk about continued service in the NCR? You're sharp. You know I have Dr. Rossman's treason card up my sleeve. I could always blackmail you with that, imprison you for life. But you will notice that I haven't asked where he is, or if he's alive. I don't have to ask questions I don't need to hear the answers to, do I? Not quite. You see, I've needed someone in your position for a long time. Someone outside my chain of command. Someone not NCR. The New California Republic is in a tough position. We're facing a civil war between the powerful she-banks, the mob, and Congress is deadlocked. My country's army is tied up in bureaucratic bullshit that's staying my hand. It's getting good men killed while the hub's politicians get fatter. I'm afraid these survivalist raiders are a true and serious threat to our nation's security. Congress doesn't agree. They just want to sit on it. If even a fraction of the reports from Arizona are true, there is an army on the horizon big enough to bog us down in war for decades. I'm not just saying that the raiders are a problem because Union City is my hometown. I'm saying they might get us all killed if not dealt with. With this news that they are in bed with the Enclave, I just can't risk it. I need people like you to go above military order and stop them. There's no way I can trust Congress or my superiors with this. It has to be you. And for it, I guarantee you will be taken care of. Selling services? We won't be buying much of anything from you, I'm afraid. It's what you have in your head that counts. If you don't really want to cooperate with me on this, life could get very hard for you very quickly. I'm talking you disappearing for a long time. The Enclave is the top secret word around here. Withholding that information is grounds for indefinite detention. Unless you want this deal to get replaced with a pair of handcuffs and a black bag, I think you should change your tune. I can't promise you much, but I'll have it taken care of. You people have been through quite a lot in the past few days. You're free to rest here. A man named Marius lives north of here. He'll be glad to let you stay with him until more permanent accommodations are available. That's a good question. One I'm going to leave up to you. Give me a day to sit on it. I've got some questions to ask and a serious situation to ascertain. I'll have your answer tomorrow. In the meantime, feel free to sit back in town. Grab a drink on me. I bet you ain't got any cash. Here's $20. Spend it smart. I'll let you know when I've reached a decision. Head on out the door and wait. What the shit is going on out there? You better get out there and help Jameson get a grip on what's happening. Staff Sergeant, open this door. I want to report when those raiders are on you ASAP.
Come on! The raiders are massing their drugged-up berserkers and slaves along the wall. We have to strike back. Come on! The raiders are massing their drugged-up berserkers and slaves along the wall. We have to strike back. Come on! The raiders are massing their drugged-up berserkers and slaves along the wall. We have to strike back.
was not fun.
Good job killing that Raider commander. You saved our asses.
Vault had locked us in a vault for 200 years. Nothing but the sounds of punk to sustain us. We ate the flesh of the dead, helped our way to the surface. From life.
Ah, there you are. You've turned into quite a sound investment already. Good work. We're going to be sifting through the ashes of that fight for weeks. NCR Radio's already got wind of it and are having a field day. It sounds like we're going to have to advance our deal here. I just lost water and power in Union City in the last 30 minutes. We ain't got enough boots on the ground to go scout it out and see what happened. I have 2 missions for you, if you're willing. All right. Now that we've got all this pleasant talk out of the way, we better get hurrying. Union City is without power and water. We've had electricity from up north of New Reno nigh on to 25 years. There's an old relay station on the dry lake routing the juice to us. There's a savage chieftain out east. Has a tribe stationed around a water reserve from before the Great War. It's where we get our pipeline. Raiders must have hit it pretty hard. The scouts say they're fending off some locals. Those same locals are in control of our water supply. I need you to get the power running at the relay, then hightail it over to the Savages' hidden city to fix the water. It is, but you'll be agile working alone, operating on your own rules. It'll take about 8 days for NCR to finally rally its forces together and take a defensive line against the Raiders. Until then, we're on our own. Water and power are critical to our survival, but all my men are trapped here, holding this position. Raiders caught us. Checkmate. If my men could hold down the Fort Traipse across the desert, absolutely. But as it stands, we only got about 100 men garrisoned here. If we spread out, there's several thousand raiders backed up by slaves that'll storm down out of those hills and be over the line in minutes. Till NCR's main military force arrives, we're screwed. That's why I'm hiring you. Look, I'd love to sit and talk history with you, but time is running out while we sit around with our thumbs up our ass. All right, fine. What do you want to know? Look, NCR Radio likes the Republic to come across as the biggest, most functional organization in the desert, but it's not. L.A. is swarming with crime. We're talking organized crime, the kind that makes the raiders look like pansies. These are rich men ruling entire cities. The hub is essentially tied up defending corporate interests, banks, and escorting caravans. The politics are as complicated as the trade routes. Every big company has a military credit they pay extra for. Our police and military are looking more and more like private mercenaries. We're also facing an ever-expanding border far to the northern frontier. Then we have a never-ending reconstruction effort. To top it off, there's word our president might be impeached, just like the last one. This country's a mess, kid. A combination of inflation and stagnation. All complicated mumbo-jumbo I'm not privy to, let alone understand. Long of the short is that NCR expanded across all of California, Oregon, and parts of Nevada, all the way down to old Mexico. Here in San Bernardino, we draw the line. Everything from here on out to Arizona is dry and miserable wasteland. It's a hellish radioactive nightmare. We assimilated every tribe in the wastes, spent millions on getting them pacified and educated, then started them on an IV tax into our coffers. But it hasn't panned out. The tribals weren't businessmen nor interested in paying jobs. Can't bleed a stone, so President Tandy's plan ran aground. Now we need to expand, to conquer new terrain and find new sources of tax money. That and more electricity and more clean water. Like that exists. The NCR kept up its expansion for years. Now it's run out of room. The economy can't adapt, so they're panicking. Well, this is top secret, so let everybody hear it as a rumor. Scouts say that there's a city far up north. Las Vegas on the old maps. People say it's still up there, untouched, just waiting out in the desert, totally pristine, a ghost town of gold. They also say there's a legendary Hoover Dam just sitting out there, full of clean water. Jameson was on his way up there when he ran into you. But before that, we need to crack this survivalist nut and free I-15. The Senate can't wait. They'll muster forces and we'll take their position. We'll figure out everything else after the dust settles. I drew up this map during the battle. Here, I'll show you where to go. It's a long, dangerous walk. Cibula is a California savage town out in the hills. There's a canyon they're holed up in where the dunes meet the foothills. They call it the Hidden City, and it's just that. Hard as hell to find. But there is an underground water line runs here to there. The savages turned off the ancient water pump, or it just broke. You'll either have to repair it or find an alternate plan of attack. Oh, shit. All right. Good point. You only have to hold out till NCR arrives in a week. Then we'll get supplies in by caravan. If you can gather some volunteers, you can bring back water on foot. It'll take a while. Probably be real perilous. Unless the raiders genuinely fucked it up, it's just a matter of throwing a switch. We replaced all the electrics 20 years ago. This line doesn't feed all of LA, just part. So NCR isn't freaking out about it yet. Hell, if anything, it's buying them time to hit the crime lords. Power's not a giant concern. We've been in the dark before. But it's nice to have cool drinks and fresh food. So you'd better hurry. I don't think that's gonna happen. Not unless you're some damn wizard. All right. You have your mission? Good luck, kid. You're gonna need it. Just make sure to keep an open mind. There are a lot of ways to solve these problems. Not all of them require you to get shot up. We've got a hotel and apartment buildings north along this road. They cost a lot, but they're fair. If you want free, you should go talk up Marius at his place. Fortress of Solitude, he calls it. He's crazy even on his good days. If you're much into science, or have a friend who is, you can have them bunk with him. He needs an assistant to keep the bots running. I like your enthusiasm. Before you run out and conquer the world, how are you planning on doing it? Can't ask for better. Good luck.
You there! You're the vault dweller that has the general up in arms. I need to speak with you. Please, have a seat. So, General Silverman has sent you on an important mission. I have an addition to that. If you're willing to listen to my proposition, I could make the venture quite profitable. If not, things could get very difficult for you. Good. As you can tell, Silverman isn't exactly in a position to have hired you. You're not part of the organization. Let me explain to you what is really going on here. I am a senator, sent to provide oversight of Silverman's command in the past. He has a tendency to, let me think of the polite term, blatantly ignore orders. Yes, that's the polite way to phrase it. The reality is he tends to shit on congressional oversight and do whatever he pleases. You can see my dilemma. No, it makes him a rogue element. His position is bought and paid for by the taxpayers. My taxpayers. I have to rein him in before he drags us into a war. I'm going to have to ask for your cooperation in this matter. It will make my job much easier. Yes, if Silverman has his way, but a war isn't what Congress wants. The people need this stalemate to go on just a little bit longer. Oh, so I see. You're a little vault politician. So you see that there is a larger strategy at work here, but you may not know why. My family is part of a large organization in New Reno, with a long history within the NCR. We've seen it through all of its phases, including this decades-long stalemate. Oh, I'm not in it. I am the mob. I'm looking for a chance to salvage this situation. My family needs the Raiders of San Bernardino for various entrepreneurial ventures. They hold stock of the largest uranium and gold mines this side of Mexico, right along the path to Reno. They also provide handy labor assets. Oh, I see where your morals land when money hits the field. Very good. We may be one of a kind yet. I'm offering a salary double of Silverman's offer. You carry out these missions for me, but you leave the Raider warlords alive. For now. When you finish this mission to the power plant, I have a feeling you'll find a like-minded Raider that may prove valuable to my plans. Talk to her. That's all I ask. Strike a deal if you're brave, but ensure she survives. Here's an advance of $500. Don't fail me. Good. Be on your way.